What up? It's Benjamin D'Souza here, back with another vid. And I want to give my take on a few things that I perceived as of late in the black manosphere, and it's this whole, well, what do you care? Well, what do you care? Well, to keep it simple, what do I care? Well, I'm concerned because the person that's engaging in dysfunctionality is wearing my uniform. And their actions and conduct is going to reflect on me, whether I like it or not. That's like how having dreadlocks have become synonymous with criminality and dysfunction. I could have dreadlocks, right? I could be an upstanding person, straight laced. But the overall perception of people with dreadlocks is that they're criminals and thugs and etc. Same thing here. Secondly, what do I care? Why Keisha had 4 chillings by 5 different baby daddies is because those kids are gonna grow up with some element of dysfunction about them, and they're gonna interact with my kids and possibly influence and rub off some of that dysfunction onto my kids. That's why I care. Secondly, another thing I've noticed, been noticing, I wouldn't say a plethora, but it's a number of older women hopping on these panels and talking shit. Talking shit. Like, bitch, you 37, 38 years old. You 45, 49 years old. You in your 50s. I'm gonna go and say, you're finished. You're finished. You're out the game, sis. You know what I'm saying? Go check your stats and put in your bid to see if you can get in the Hall of Fame. Go put your jersey in the rafters, bitch. You are done. You're done. You might as well sit down. Shit. If you ain't got it by now, you probably will never get it. It's kind of like that that in that remake of Alice in Wonderland, the new one with Johnny Depp in it. Now, before Alice followed the white rabbit down the rabbit hole into Wonderland, she was about to get married off or whatever, and her family was putting pressure on her to get with old boy because, you know, his background and his pedigree, yada yada yada. And they say, you know, you don't want to be like your auntie such and such. And her auntie was just sitting there, just delusional, just had the face, you know, making a facial expression and sitting there and postulating as if she was some fair young tender maiden, as if she was a PYT, if you will. You feel me? And if you watch the movie, it's like, nah, bitch, your day is come and gone. It kind of reminds me of that, man. To be honest with you. And then some of these chicks coming on these panels, talking about they married, this, that. This is. I got a daughter, right? My daughter be 4 this fall. And the more, and as my daughter gets older and I'm raising her and whatnot, the more I learn about the nature of women. Because a lot of these women who are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s in some cases are no different than my 3-year-old daughter. No different. It's the dealing with a lot of these women, especially on social media. It's like the biggest tea party. You get what I'm saying? You know, you've seen the shows and whatnot where the dad has to sit down and have tea with his daughter. It's like that. It's like a pretend tea party. It's like playing make-believe with these bitches. It's kind of like what's that Peter Pan movie with what's the old boy name? Robin Williams. And he's sitting up there with the Lost Boys and shit. And the Lost Boys, you know, it's time to eat, but they sitting there just eating imaginary sandwiches. And they're like, you gotta believe. And Robin Williams is sitting there, you know, as the character of Peter Pan or whatever. He's sitting there like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all not eating anything. Y'all just, this what these bitches are doing. They're playing make-believe, man. They want you to sit down at the table with them and have tea with them as they pour imaginary tea into your cup. And they want you to pick that cup up and take a sip of that imaginary tea and say, oh, this is good. Telling you. I mean, me personally, I give 2 shits what these women have to say. I do not care at all. Don't care. Can't find a man on your level, don't care. Niggas ain't shit because they either gay, dead, or in jail. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. These niggas are lame. I don't give a fuck. All these niggas are dogs and I don't care. Don't care. Colorism. These niggas are colorist. I don't care. Don't care. Oh, it's misogyny, patriarch. Don't care. Do not care. Do not care. I'm not gonna sit up here and play tea with you. I'm not gonna play your fucking game. And as far as these fellas are concerned, hopping on these panels asking, well, what do you care, man? Y'all sound pathetic, man. Seriously. That sound real pathetic. And y'all supposed to be concerned about the community. You supposed to be pro-black, but everybody can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. And you're not supposed to call anybody out on any bullshit. So that's what it is, huh? So, you know, somebody can be a serial killer in the community and then turn around and say, well, what do you care? So what? I've killed 3 people last month. What do you care? I didn't kill you. See that slippery slope? You go down. You start giving passes for degenerate behavior. You gotta give passes for all that bullshit. Giving passes for these females' bad behavior, you might as well just give a pass for all lawlessness. You know? Why don't we just live like we're in the wild? Why don't we just do what the animals do? Right? I guess. But yeah. That's my take on what I've noticed. Well, what do you care? That's not even an argument. That's just a red herring to get you chasing some shit. And these bitches playing make believe. Want you to play tea with them and shit. Want you to play tea party with them and shit. Oh, I'm married. Yeah, okay. Yeah, man, that's all I gotta say on this one.